Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So before we start the topic in this video, we will introduce myself first, and my name is Ivan Gunawan and I am from accounting department in Nusa Putra University, our beloved university in Sukabumi. So today I'm standing right here to talk about something really important nowadays. What's that? So the title of this topic in these presentations is about the role of technology in shaping the future of education. So let's start the topic with the story in some period. So I will tell you something with the story that really important in the education system. We know that in the period of 2019 until 2021, we faced something really harmful, which is pandemic, or we can say it COVID-19 pandemic. In that period, the system of education is really changed. What what do I mean by that? So the education system is really different from everyday school. So every day the student going to school for learning, and then also with the teacher to teach the student in offline class, such as in the classroom and something like that. But in that time, because of the COVID-19, everyone is staying at home, and the learning process is being from a far away from home to home. So the teacher will teach the student from the home, and then the student also will learn something from the teacher from home. And that is the impact of the pandemic COVID-19 in that period. So what can I highlight with that? So in that period, we can see that something technological advancement in that period that is really high increase in that time. So the learning process is becoming an online platform, something like Google Meet or maybe Zoom meeting, and student can access with their phone or with their laptop and something like that. And that is making an easy to access and easy and anywhere and everywhere to learning something from the teacher. And that is the story uh, that I want to tell you in that period, which is 2019 until 2021. So that is a part of technological advancement, or we can say the role of technology in shaping the future of education. So we already know about the story behind the technological advancement that's shaping the future of education in the period of 2019 until 2021, and which is we face about the COVID-19 era in that time. So now we will talk about from the basic in technological advancement. So now I'm going to start with the simple one. What is technology and education? So technology and education is the application of digital tools or platforms, something like computers or maybe mobile phones or maybe online learning apps or maybe something like online system management about managing tasks or assignment, with the objective is to support the students, the way of the student learns and how the teacher teach, something like that. So that is the point of what is the technology and education. So we already talked about the definition or the basis or the basic, the fundamental about the what is the technology and education. So now we will move to another question or another topic that is also related with the technological advancement. So the question is why technology in education matters. So what is the importance of technology in education? So there are three main reasons why does technology is matters or important in education. So the first reason or the first thing is called expand the access. What do I mean by that, right? So expands the access means so every student from anywhere can learn the material, can understand the material from anywhere and anytime. Let me give you some examples, something like, for example, the students can learn from home, not just from the school. So the students can learn from something like YouTube, something like websites, something like other resources that is not exist in the school, so that students can understand more from home, not just from the teacher from school. That is for the first reason why. And then the second one is personalized learning. What do I mean by that? So personalizes learning means that every student have a different way on how to learn something, on how to understand the material. So with platforms something like artificial intelligence, so the students can uh, ask the AI every time, and the AI can align with the student personalized, right? Personalizes learning. Maybe student likes with the visual, maybe students like with the auditory, maybe students like both. That is the way of the students adapt with the technology and education. That is the second reason of why does the technology matters in education. And the lastly, or the third one, is called supports the educators. What do I mean by support? So it means every teacher can easy to um, easy to see how the progress of the students on their learning process. Something like teacher maybe can use something like platforms like Google Classroom to manage how the process of the students when they trying to solve the problem, trying to finish the assignment, try to finish the um, task, and then they can see the process of the students when they're learning something, and that is part of supporting the educators. We have already know about the matters of technology and education. So now we will move to the another topics, which is benefits of technology in education. So every technology has to have the benefits to the education, right? So the first one, the reason of the benefits, the first one is students can learn anytime and anywhere. You know, when they have something like smartphone or maybe they have their own laptop, they can use it to learn anytime and anywhere with the access to everything with the technology. Something like we the students can learn from the YouTube. They can watch the YouTube explanation about the learning materials, or maybe they can access the website that providing the material, the learning material, so they can prepare for the exam or maybe for the next sessions in the offline class. That is the first reason. And then the second reason is learning become more fun and interesting. What do I mean by that? So when we see that technology that make the learning process is more interesting and more fun, and that will make the student more understandable. So let me give you the example, something like Duolingo make the UI, make the user interface more animated, more like interaction with the audience, more interaction with the learners, so that can make the learning process is more interesting and fun. And in the other hand, we can see that in Duolingo, something like they're providing the game when they finish after learning some material, and they can play a game like examination, but in the form of game, something like that. So that can make the students feel happy, feel more um, feel more interesting when they're learning something. That is the second reason. And the third reason is group work is easier. What do I mean by that? So in nowadays technology is more increase and increase again. Also with the management system, or maybe we can say it project management. So the software, something like Trello, something like Google Classroom, they can access for everyone can access from anywhere, and that is make easier to do something like work team in students. That is the third reason, and the fourth reason, teachers can check process faster. So what I said before, right? The management projects make another people or another students can access something like Google Classroom. And then also for the teachers, so the teacher can see the progress of how the students finish their task, how the performance of the students when they're doing some examinations, so that the teacher can see the performance of the students. They can record the process of their learning and something like that. So in conclusion, in my last words, technology is transforming the way how students learning materials from the school, and then transforming also for the teachers on how they teach the students. And then also my last word, my second last words is technology should not replace the teacher's work, but they act as a powerful tool to make the learning, to make the education, to make the learning process more engageable, to make more interesting, and to make more fun. So that is the way of the technology act in education. So that was it from me, Ivan Gunawan from Accounting Department from the Nusa Putra University. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy this material and you get something from this material. I hope you're doing great and you have a healthy life. And thank you for watching this video.